Hello, my lovely potatoes, and welcome to a new video. I guess we gotta talk. Well, I think everyone and their grandmother already has caught wind of the whole inktober plagiarizing. I'm still not quite sure how to pronounce this word. The situation. And I have to admit, sides have been taken, and I'm not even on one of them. For the simple reason that I think that this is more or less a very emotional misunderstanding. How do I mean that? Well, we got Alfonso done, a pretty decent artist, even good, I might say, that has worked very long on his book. I think it was about 5 years ago. And then we got the new book that is going to come out, has been come out, by Jake Parker, that has a lot of similar stuff. So there's this problem. Both books, well, actually all three of them, because Alfonso has made 2 books and Jake Parker has just made 1. So those books are about ink drawing, and ink drawing is in fact so old that it is very hard to invent new techniques. You would have to invent a new medium to invent completely new techniques, which is probably also pretty hard. So I would make the bold claim that this whole situation stems more from the fact that ink drawing in and of itself is very established, taught probably for centuries. Well, it depends on how long the medium of ink exists, but definitely for a few hundred years. That's definitely, yeah, that's definitely a thing. So we're talking about a medium that is several hundreds of years old. Everything has been discovered that could be discovered by now. I mean, the only thing that for some reason no one is actually mentioning is stamping in any books. But well, it's not new. It's just a technique that everyone could figure out at some point. So, yeah, we're pretty much talking about a medium that has been done a lot of times in modern times and in ancient times, like, I don't know, the Middle Ages. And I've watched Alfonso's video. What I have noticed very strongly was his emotional state in that one. And I can really understand it because he has shown his notes on how he put together this book, and also very thoroughly has pointed out the similarities between his book or books. I don't know if I completely forgot if he actually pointed out both of his books. Speaking today is a bit hard. And between his books and Jake's book, or if he just did one of the two. So I can kind of see why he has gotten in such an emotional state and why he was throwing out those accusations, and can very well imagine that as soon as Alfonso has seen that flip through on Instagram of Jake Parker's book, that he got pretty enraged. and he forgot to first stop and think and immediately went to do the video. Which happens, especially when we're talking about work that you took a lot of time to get to. I absolutely get it. But it's not a wise decision. It really isn't. So, other artists have already pointed out that he probably should have contacted Jake first before making that video. Though, it is really hard to, in that emotional state, stay calm and collected. Stoicism is not a cakewalk. So I can kind of see why he was so upset at that point. And I can very much imagine that Alfonso by now has either doubled down on all of that, which wouldn't be surprising. I mean, he sounded very convinced on his claim of plagiarism. I really hope that I'm pronouncing this word wrong because I'm trying so often. Or he noticed that, well, ink drawing in and of itself doesn't have much leeway, and just varying the wording, well, that's the best you can do nowadays. Trying to vary the wording, the layout, maybe the examples to a degree, but that's all you can do, technically. So I could imagine that both of them had very much the same books as inspiration or as source material, and maybe even learned from similar curricula? Is that the right word? Yeah, me and finding words. That's today's theme. Me and finding the right words. And that could probably result in, well, 2 to 3 books in this case having similar material with similar looks. I'm not surprised. So, even if Jake Parker would have actually copied from Alfonso, then I would put in the question, why? Why would Jake Parker just copy from a different artist? I mean, I get it. He did some, well, not directly he, but, well, his surrounding team has done some dumb mistakes. It's not even really bad what happened in the past with the whole trademark thing. Yeah, I think it was the trademark thing, and what else was it? Yeah, the whole drama about doing the Inktober challenge digitally, which I find a bit ridiculous because the challenge around Inktober is making the drawings in ink every day. So I really don't see the controversy here. I really don't. But, well, that's what you get when people are feeling not included. Well, I think the main problem here is that A, there wasn't enough communication. B, there were a lot of emotions overflowing, especially on Alfonso's side, and he really has to admit that. Else he would have probably contacted Jake instead of immediately going to make that video. And number 3, there has been a lot of bashing against Jake, which really rubs off on me badly, to be honest, since we're already in an age where every little mistake that you make can pretty much mean that your career is over. But I think that this is already enough for this video, so I hope you enjoyed what you've heard and seen, and I may talk to you in the next one. Please like, subscribe, and do all the other dongery do's. Check out the links in the description. Have lots of fun with whatever you do, and bye bye.